here's the clip. You decide for yourself whether this was just so racist.
It begs the question, top 5 nips.
Oh yes, that's a great one.
Because Dr. McGillicuddy's, I think, is number 1 or 2. Screwball also up there.
I'd probably go Mina Kimes.
And Fireball.
Fireball.
Like, I'm not taking a tequila.
You're right about the McGillicuddy, though. But
for the victory lap, though. Whoa, whoa. They ain't never seen nothing like this before. Lit the room when I came through the front door. Ask me if I stress overcome, what for? Train in the trees, please pardon my sycamore. Touch burning sands, cross lands, and stormy shore seasons in the year, yeah. Ain't no channel for champions and chain no fear. Yup, the champ is here. Switch gears, we're keeping haters in the rear.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Common Sense back again for another reaction video. As you already know, it's your boy Anime Swag Fitness, Shoppy90, Big Guy Fashion on Instagram.
Yo, see Julius Workout. Check me on YouTube and Instagram. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe to the video, and we appreciate the love.
All right, go and take it away.
All right, guys. So I think earlier this week, I haven't really been keeping up with ESPN as much. I'm starting to like not watch it as much. It's getting kind of ridiculous. But Mina Kunis is one of their. I say she's one of their young, talented analysts. I think she's really dope. I really like her. But anyway, so at a radio station, they did do sports radio in Boston. They were talking about, I believe, and the guys I'm going to show you a video, but I believe someplace was getting rid of, like, I guess, the small bottles of alcohol at like events or whatever. They call them nips. And as you know, Mina Kunis is I believe of East Asian descent. I believe she's Korean, which is also makes the story funny. So they're talking about top 5 nips, right? So they're starting naming like different type of liquor that comes in the small bottles. And one of the guys on the radio station says, like, the guy's like, yeah, name your top 5 nips. And he's like, Mina Kunis. Now, what's funny about this, right, is that, you know, it's supposed to be a racial slur towards people of Japanese descent, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, first off, I didn't know you called nips for alcohol either. I thought nips. I thought nipples. Like
nipples. Yeah. I didn't know that. I knew about the Japanese thing, but that was an older racial slur, though.
Yeah. So when this dude said Mina Kunis, I'm thinking like, oh, like she got some nudes out. Like,
yeah, I know, right?
Like, where the link? that's what I'm thinking. But apparently that wasn't the case. And then I guess to my knowledge, he got suspended from his job for like a week. And I think they came out and said that he was referring to Mila Kunis as the actress, right? Which, in my opinion, so both of them don't have like a rack at all. So I kind of believe it, but then I don't. I know a lot of white boys are really into like Mila Kunis. I think she's cute and all, but yeah, we're talking about showing titties. That's not who's coming to my mind, okay?
Yeah, but we're black, so we're black, so we're used to like a little bit thicker women in general. So.
Yeah, but where this got really big was, I guess Sarah Spain, a colleague at ESPN of hers, I guess saw this, and then she, I believe, put out a tweet, basically virtue signaling, saying how disgusting this was, and trying to be the white knight in this situation, right? And then Mina Kunis ended up switching her profile, I think on Twitter, IG, or whatever, to Mila Kunis, and I'm like, come on, sis, like you honestly, I don't think if Sarah Spain didn't comment on this, I don't think Mina would have seen it, and I honestly don't think she even knew that was a racial slur.
Lord have mercy.
I had never heard of it. I know chink, and I know chink. Like, I don't know Asian slurs. Again, I'm black, so I will.
So Nips,
if you're Asian, please tell me this. I know them.
And I'll tell you, like straight up, like nips is an older racial slur used for Japs. And in all honesty, if you think back, right, and I've just watched a lot of war movies, right?
Yeah.
But even just being in the military too, and we watch like old, video film stuff like that too, like especially in the Navy, like you'll hear like soldiers say that shit, about like Pearl Harbor, which is of course for the Navy, that's a big blow to us and everything like that. You know what I mean? But you'll hear them say it even in the video. I'm like, I got nips on my tail or whatever, right? So back then it was like nips and Japs. Those are the two most current, commonly used, racial slurs.
Yeah, I heard Japs more than Nips.
Because Japs makes more sense. That's why you remember it.
Yeah,
Japanese. Nips was used pretty frequently back then as well, too. So, but it is what it is. But hey, whatever. Let's fucking get straight into it so everybody can see it. Yep.
Yeah, I want y'all to and listen clearly, because when you hear it, you probably won't even
catch it
because you just never heard of it. So just play it. Yeah.
We often see the woke sports media stand up for each other, defend each other, and protect their own. And in some cases, blow things completely out of proportion. And in this case, I think that's exactly what's going on with the Mina Kimes situation. Mina Kimes, who works for ESPN, was trending the other day because of what a radio host said. And this got turned into an ethnic slur towards Mila Kunis, and this guy's now been suspended for a week. And I really think the entire thing is completely overblown. But let's see what you guys think about this. Boston radio host suspended for ethnic slur towards ESPN reporter. And reporter isn't even the case. She's a TV personality at this point. That's how far it's come for Mina Kimes. Chris Curtis, a radio host of Boston's WEEI, has come under fire for what appeared to be an ethnic slur directed toward ESPN reporter Mila Kunis. On Thursday, it was learned that Curtis was suspended over the incident, and he has apologized. We're going to talk about this, but it's all centering around a conversation. They were talking about a proposal in Boston to ban the sale of like tiny bottles of alcohol, referred to as slang as nips. Like a little sip, a little nip of whiskey, whatever that is, nips. And the question got asked, what are your top 5 nips? And someone said, I'd probably go Mina Kimes. And for most people, it probably wouldn't mean anything. You might not know that back in World War II, apparently, nips was a derogatory term used towards Japanese people.
It was.
If you didn't know that, you're not alone. I don't think 95% of people had any idea this was the case. Mina Kimes isn't Japanese. She's part Korean. But here's the clip. You decide for yourself whether this was just so racist.
It begs the question, top 5 nips.
Oh, yes. That's a great one.
Because Dr. McGillicuddy's, I think, is number 1 or 2. Screwball also up there.
I'd probably go Mina Kimes.
And Fireball.
Fireball.
Like, I'm not taking a tequila.
You're right about the McGillicuddy, though. But do you like the...
Now, he was trying to make a joke. They were talking about nips as in drinks, and he was trying to make a joke about nipples, like who's got nice tits or whatever, right?
Yeah, he was.
He says he meant to say Mila Kunis. I kind of tend to believe that. And the reason I believe that is because I don't think anybody knows about this slur. I just don't. And, my rule of thumb is if I haven't heard it, probably the chances are a lot of people haven't heard that.
Yeah.
Here was the reporting. Story on Chris Curtis using an ethnic slur on WEEI this morning should be up shortly. No response to multiple requests, but get this. Corporate claims he meant Mila Kunis, not Mina Kimes. And this is his apology. In a pathetic failed attempt at a one-liner, I attempted to bring up Mila Kunis, which is not really that funny, sophomoric and sexist, right? Saying, oh, she's got nice tits, right? That's what he's trying to say. But for reasons I don't really understand, I said Mina Kimes. That was never the intention for me to say her name. It had nothing to do with the subject matter, and it dragged her into a controversy through no fault of her own regarding a slur in her race. It was not my intention, but it doesn't matter because the absolute chaos my words created for someone who's just doing their job covering NFL on ESPN. Mila Kunis, Mina Kimes, MK, similar. Like I kind of get that. I kind of understand, especially if you're talking about sports or whatever, that could come up.
I believe it.
I believe that apology. I think the way that this thing has been treated has been like so blown out of proportion. The fact that this guy is suspended a week over this is nuts to me. But here we are. Now, it does look like Mina Kimes, playing around with this, change your profile picture to Mila Kunis for a little bit. I just don't think that this apparent slur from World War II is that big of a thing that he thought it'd be funny. I totally get that he was probably talking about tits. That's what I thought he was talking about. That's what I thought he was talking about the first time I heard that. I had to re-listen to this 10 times to get all the background for the story before I realized what they were talking about.
Yeah,
but
me
what do you
too.
guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel.
I agree. When I first watched it, I had to watch it like I was like, what? Like I didn't get it. Like I didn't even get what it was about. Like I was like, it just didn't hit me. I was like, I thought he was talking about her tits. Like, which is funny, right? Because it makes you think. I guess it's better to be sexist than to be
racist.
Racist.
True. It's definitely like, hey, look, I was talking about titties, man. But no, yeah, like I just didn't believe it. Like I said before, I'm a history buff too. Like I'm a nerd when it comes to shit like that. So yeah, I knew about it. But even still, me watching it in that moment, right? If I had have known no knowledge of it, I just watched the video. I'm like, oh, he's talking about nipples. He thinks, homegirl got some nice tits. That's all I would have thought.
Exactly.
That's all I would have thought. Like, you know what I mean? And any man watching it wouldn't care, whatsoever. You know what I mean? We'd be like, oh yeah, cool. That's what motherfuckers do. That's what men do. We talk about women, big ass, big titties, like whatever. Who cares? So then them, you see what I'm saying? All right, like motherfuckers just be like, they just be fishing to try to find something to just talk shit about online. I'm like, is that your job? Like, is that your job? Do you get paid to try to stir shit up? Like, are you such a fucking loser? Like, I really want to find out who the fuck that was who even, like, put that shit out there and started that fire too. Like, bro, like, somebody need to, like, I ain't gonna say that up because I don't want to be, get flagged for, like, inciting, violence or whatever too.
No. Like I said, I think it's Sarah Spain when she tweeted about it because this, I mean, outside of Boston, who the hell was listening to this shit?
That's what I'm trying to say.
And again, to your point, most people thought he was referring to her tits. It wasn't. I think Sarah Spain got a pretty big following, so I don't think it was until she said anything that she made people realize that it was an ethnic racial slur. Otherwise, nobody would have thought. It would have been like, "Oh, Mina Kunis must got nudes or sure tits are out or something." They'd been like, "Oh shit, that's cool." That was the only thing. No one. I mean, the fishing, that's pretty bad fishing. I mean, she was really trying to stretch for
And
something.
the funny thing, especially after being in the military for almost 10 years, man, is that you meet so many people from so many different backgrounds all over the world, all over the country, stuff like that. There are more people who think the world has gotten too sensitive. Let me phrase that. There are more people who think that the U has gotten too sensitive than people that actually are sensitive in the US. Like, if I had to equate it, I'd say it's 80-20. I say 80-20, right? 80% of people think the motherfuckers take shit too seriously, right? And there's the other 20% that's like, no, this stuff, you can't do this. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shut up. And I stand by that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are gonna say shit that you don't like, right? I'm from the old school. I'm from somebody say something you don't like, you got a choice. You can walk away and you can piss them on about it later, or just let it fly, or you can fuck their ass up. That's the generation I'm from. Okay.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I think, like, to your point, like, part of the issue with social media is you got a few people who have a heavy influence. So to your point about how most people in this country aren't really soft. This is a perception of, like, it's the perception of it. Most people don't agree with any of this shit, right?
Yeah.
But one person with a decent following on ESPN can make one tweet and then make everyone start to believe that this is what it was when they didn't even hear it or gave a shit about it.
Yep.
It's just crazy that somebody can have that much influence, and could just say things and you just start being like, oh, maybe they were being racist. And it's like, no, dude. Like, why would they were talking about alcohol and tits? Like,
yeah, like
they had no reason to go there, like none whatsoever.
It didn't
like
make any sense.
He even the guy who said it even kind of smirked at his coworker.
You saw, yeah.
He knew he was making a sexual joke.
Yes, that's guy room 101. Like, fuck is you talking about, bro?
Like, this isn't the same thing as, like, which we should probably do a video on it, but, like, I guess I feel differently about it. This isn't the same thing as, like, I think we did do a video, but anyways, the guy, the dude who do the drawings, what's his name? The Dilbert. I didn't read that shit. Dilbert.
Oh, okay. I didn't talk about it. Yeah.
Like, that dude was clearly making a point about black people, right? But
absolutely,
this is not it. Like, it's like, why are we trying to make this a thing? Like, it's just, I don't understand. Like, it's just like, where are we? Like, what are you trying to do?
They don't even know. They just mad.
You want him fired for what? Because he was talking about. Honestly, if Sarah Spain would have made a comment, hey, this guy is making a sexual comment about you.
Yeah,
I'd have been okay with that.
Yeah, because he was.
Because that was what he was doing.
Yeah,
that was the wrong name, but that was what he was doing.
Yeah.
So
hey, I just want to point out, I was being sexist. I was talking about titties, but that's the wrong bitch. The fact that he took the time to do that.
But that tells you a lot about, like I said earlier, about how we view, like, when you start stacking up, like the
worst things that you can be in America right
victims, now. How like racial shit is like way up here. This dude was willing to take that L.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He was like, I'll take that shit. But that race shit, I ain't fucking with it.
Most people right now are even like, we're like okay with being called like a transphobic or whatever, or homophobic.
Yeah, because it ain't a big deal. You can deal with it.
Yeah, they ain't a big deal. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So, but like you being called, I mean, we're black, so we don't care. But you know what I mean? But like most white people, like you're like, oh, you're a fucking right. Hold the hell on, Tyler. Yeah. Sure. All right, now wait a damn minute. All right, I voted for Obama twice.
Yeah, well, we good because we can't be racist.
Yeah, I don't know why people say that. We won. Oh, again, if you're going based off of the definition that racism is being able to systematically oppress somebody, then yes, based off of that definition. Now, if we're going off the common sense definitions, what I like to call it, as believing certain racial stereotypes or beliefs, based on absolutely no reality, logic, or truth, then yes, we 100% can be racist. And prejudice, which is a step further, is actually taking action against somebody because of their race, religion, gender, whatever. But cool, whatever. I don't know shit.
Yeah, I just like saying it because it's funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so funny.
Black people can't be racist.
Yes, the fuck you can, bro.
Every black person knows black people are racist.
We are the most racist people.
He's saying some crazy shit. Everybody know that. If you ever been to like black high school, but in the hood,
short of the deep South, like Mississippi, right? If you hear the shit that goes on behind closed door in black people houses, the shit that we say, bro, all of Black America would have been canceled like 10 years ago. I'm telling you right now, the shit that we say,
we talk shit about each other too, like crazy.
Yeah. Don't everybody can get it. Black people can get it. Asian people can get it. White people can get it. Like, yo, we are, and I'm not Asian people too. People too.
That's true. I never personally got into those conversations because I've just never been around enough Asians, but
I have.
We say shit that's fucked up that I don't.
Oh yeah, we know, and we do. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Can we at least just own our shit, bro? Like I said before, as long as you ain't shooting my black ass, I'm probably gonna let it slide. You know what I'm saying?
One thing I do want to bring up, we did in our last video on you brought it up on the Anna Kasparian video, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed this a lot on the internet. I noticed white people in the comments refer to black people as the blacks. And I don't understand why they do that. It's not every white person, but I hear it enough that I'm like, why are you referring to us as the blacks? Should I refer to you as the whites or Mexicans, the browns, the yellows? Like, I don't understand. It's so weird.
Super fucking funny, but you're right. I have noticed.
I don't understand why do they do that? Why do they just say black?
I don't think they mean.
I don't get it.
I don't think they mean it in an offensive way. I don't think it's just like easier. I think it's easier than because like LGBTQ, right? You know what I'm saying? The Japanese, the Korean. I think that they're just trying to just keep us in that same category, just make it one smooth statement. The blacks, the Japanese, the Koreans,
Mexicans.
Yeah.
But it's just my thought is so you understand that I can refer to you as the whites.
Well, yeah, which would let's be real.
Because in this country, I don't refer to white people in a ethnic group. You're just white, so you would be the
absolutely.
whites.
It is very different. And we know it's very different. Just like black is not technically speaking an ethnic group.
Yeah, it just doesn't. When I hear it, when I see it in the comment section, I'm just like, like what? Like who? Like this is weird.
It is.
I've never, because I guess my point is, I see it in comment sections, but I never hear someone verbally say that. I've never heard anyone verbally say that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's funny.
But this was a hilarious reaction video.
Yeah.
Definitely want to do more topics like this because it's funny as shit. But like, comment, subscribe. Got anything before we go?
Nah, man. Like you said, like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned in.
And this is Common Sense, and we are out. Peace.
Mm.